They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but what if I told you it's even better served with wisdom and strategy? When he's playing hard to get, you don't need to chase, beg, or even play his game. Instead, you can flip the script entirely. Intrigued? Let me show you how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism can transform this into your ultimate advantage. Welcome to a world where you hold the power, not him. Whether it's a guy ignoring your texts or acting distant, the key to reclaiming control lies in mastering your own mind. This isn't about manipulation, it's about becoming so grounded, so unshakable, that you no longer care if he's playing games. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know how to turn the tables, but you'll also learn how to attract the respect and admiration you truly deserve. Problem to challenge. Picture this. You've been talking to someone you really like. At first, everything feels perfect. He's charming, attentive, and makes you feel special. Slowly, though, his behavior begins to change. The texts become less frequent, the calls stop coming, and plans you've made suddenly get canceled. You find yourself in a spiral, questioning everything. You start thinking, did I say something wrong? Or, am I not good enough? These thoughts don't just hurt, they linger. They creep into your self-esteem, making you feel small and powerless. The worst part? You're caught in a mental tug-of-war, wanting to pull away but finding yourself drawn in even more. This pattern is painfully common. You're left overanalyzing his every move, while he seems unaffected. Why does he ignore your messages, but like your Instagram posts? Why does he cancel plans with you, but hang out with friends? The emotional exhaustion from trying to make sense of these mixed signals can leave you feeling stuck and desperate for clarity. Here's the hard truth. His behavior isn't about you. It's a power play, intentional or not, that feeds on your need for validation. And while it's easy to blame him for the frustration and hurt, the real challenge lies in taking back your power without stooping to the same games. This is where Stoicism comes in, to help you break the cycle, reclaim your peace, and rise above the chaos. Let's zoom out for a moment and consider why people play hard to get in the first place. It's about control. By withholding attention or affection, they create an imbalance that keeps you guessing. But here's the kicker. This dynamic only works if you let it. The moment you shift your mindset and take control of your emotions, the game crumbles. The challenge is twofold. First, you have to recognize that his actions are not a reflection of your worth. Second, you need to cultivate the strength to stop seeking answers or validation from someone who's inconsistent. These steps aren't easy, but they're necessary if you want to reclaim your power and peace of mind. Let's get specific. Think about the times you felt frustrated because he didn't text back. That frustration often snowballs into anxiety and self-doubt. Should I send another message? Does he even care? Every second you spend agonizing over his response is a second you've handed over your power. And the more you chase, the more distant he becomes. Now, let's flip the script. Instead of focusing on his actions, what if you focused on yours? What if you could take all that energy you've been spending on him and channel it into something that builds you up? This isn't just about ignoring him, it's about fundamentally changing how you approach relationships and challenges. Stoicism offers a roadmap to navigate this. It teaches you to detach from external events and focus on your internal response. Imagine this. The next time he pulls away, instead of feeling panic, you feel calm. Instead of chasing, you step back. Instead of questioning your worth, you reaffirm it. This isn't about pretending to be indifferent. It's about genuinely finding peace within yourself, no matter what he does. The problem of someone playing hard to get is less about their actions and more about your reaction. The real challenge is learning to prioritize your peace over their unpredictability. And the good news, with the principles of Stoicism, you can meet this challenge head-on, not with games or manipulation, but with wisdom and grace. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to detach, reclaim your power, and become the kind of person who doesn't just rise above the games, but wins without even playing. Let's dive into Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's all about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Step 1. Shift the focus back to yourself. The first rule of Stoicism is to take control of your inner world. Stop analyzing his behavior and start analyzing your own. Ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? What am I truly seeking? Often, it's not about the person, but the validation you think they provide. Recognize that you're already whole and complete without their attention. Here's an exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down all the qualities that make you valuable. Not in his eyes, but in yours. Are you kind, intelligent, resilient? Once you see your worth written out, it becomes easier to detach from the need for someone else's validation. Step 2. Practice indifference. In Stoicism, there's a concept called amor fati, love of fate. It means accepting things as they are without trying to force them to be different. If he's pulling away, let him. Don't chase. Don't double text. Don't try to win him back. Instead, adopt a mindset of, if he stays, great. If he goes, that's fine too. This indifference will not only protect your peace, but also make you more attractive. Indifference isn't about pretending not to care. It's about genuinely caring less. This comes from understanding that his actions are not a reflection of your value. Start practicing this by focusing on what's within your control, your response, your emotions, and your time. Step 3. Build your value. The best revenge is living well. When you shift your energy toward improving yourself, whether it's hitting the gym, picking up a new hobby, or excelling in your career, you radiate confidence. Confidence is magnetic. It's the ultimate power move because it shows that your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else. Here's how to start. Choose one area of your life you have been neglecting. Maybe it's your fitness, your social life, or your personal growth. Dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to this area. Over time, you'll notice not just external changes, but a deep internal shift in how you view yourself. Step 4. Control the narrative. Imagine a conversation where he finally reaches out and asks why you've been distant. Instead of explaining or defending yourself, respond with something like, "Oh, I've just been focusing on things that matter most to me lately." This subtle yet powerful statement shifts the power back to you. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about showing that your life doesn't revolve around him. Practice this by preparing neutral, confident responses to questions about your availability or actions. It's not about playing games. It's about reclaiming your narrative. Step 5. Set boundaries. Stoicism teaches us the importance of boundaries. If someone's behavior is causing you stress or making you question your worth, it's okay to step back. Setting boundaries isn't about punishment. It's about protecting your peace. Here's an example. If he keeps canceling plans last minute, you can calmly say, "I've noticed this happening a lot. Let's plan when you're sure you're available." This communicates that you value your time without creating unnecessary drama. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. They show that you value your peace over someone else's inconsistent behavior. Practice setting small boundaries in everyday situations, and over time, it will become second nature. Here's where the magic happens. When you stop reacting to his games, he'll notice. People are drawn to what they can't easily have. By embodying Stoic principles, you're not just pretending to care less, you genuinely do care less. And that's powerful. Imagine him scrolling through his phone, realizing you haven't texted in days. He starts to wonder what you're up to. Suddenly, he's the one overanalyzing while you're out there living your best life. This isn't manipulation, it's the natural consequence of reclaiming your power. When he's playing hard to get, don't fall into the trap of chasing or overthinking. Instead, embrace the wisdom of Stoicism. Focus on yourself, practice indifference, build your value, control the narrative, and set boundaries. By doing so, you're not just turning the tables, you're rewriting the entire game. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more life-changing Stoic strategies. Or better yet, watch the next video. You're one step closer to becoming unstoppable.